Chapter 1. The Arrival. The heavy clang of the cell door echoed ominously as Alex stepped into the dim, unforgiving halls of the maximum security prison. His heart raced, each beat thrumming with fear and uncertainty. "This can't be happening," he whispered to himself, the cold concrete walls amplifying his despair. He surveyed his surroundings, gray uniforms bustling past, the distant shouts of inmates, and the ever-present scent of disinfectant mixed with despair. In that moment, Alex's thoughts swirled with doubts about his wrongful conviction. Faces of his family flashed through his mind, his mother's worried eyes, his sister's warm smile. As he trudged deeper into the labyrinth of unforgiving corridors, the cacophony of prison life enveloped him. He could feel the weight of isolation pressing down like a physical force, but amidst the chaos, a flicker of resolve ignited within. Perhaps, just perhaps, he could carve a path to hope within these walls. If he could only find a way to be heard. Chapter 2. Meeting Marcus. As the prison's unforgiving walls close in around him, Alex finds solace in the company of Marcus, a seasoned inmate whose mischievous grin belies a heart of gold. During their first meal together, the clanging of metal trays and the distant murmur of other inmates fill the air, creating a backdrop for camaraderie. Marcus leans in, sharing tales of his daring bank heists, yet always emphasizing the importance of loyalty among friends. Laughter erupts as Alex is regaled with stories of Marcus's failed escapes and narrow misses. Each shared moment dispels a bit of Alex's fear, revealing the threads of genuine friendship that can exist even in darkness. In this stark environment, Marcus becomes a guiding light, a reminder that laughter can thrive amidst despair, and even in a maximum security prison, bonds can blossom. Through clever anecdotes and heartfelt exchanges, they explore the meaning of trust and brotherhood, slowly building the foundation of an unexpected friendship. Chapter 3. The Enigma of Jack. The dim light of the cell casts long shadows as Alex meets Jack, an enigmatic figure whose presence emanates a quiet intensity. Jack, with his weathered face and distant gaze, shares tales of a life once filled with promise, now lost to choices that haunt him. His stories are woven with lessons drawn from pain, each parable tinged with wisdom, gleaned from years behind bars. As they sit on their bunks, the muffled sounds of the prison echo around them, the distant clanging of metal, shouts from the yard, creating a backdrop to their intimate exchange. Alex learns that beneath Jack's tough exterior lies a man longing for redemption. Late-night conversations unfold, revealing fears, hopes, and dreams, each word resonating with the weight of shared experiences. In this cocoon of vulnerability, Alex finds a mentor, and a flicker of understanding illuminates the darkest corners of their confinement, transforming their shared reality. Chapter 4. The Reality of Tina. As Alex settles into his new life, he encounters Tina, a former lawyer whose sharp wit is as striking as the shadows of regret that linger in her gaze. With a coffee-stained notebook in hand, she shares tales of her past, a promising career derailed by a reckless decision and the relentless justice system that betrayed her. The sound of her voice, layered with a mix of defiance and vulnerability, provides a stark contrast to the cold walls around them. In the dim light of the cell, Tina educates Alex on the nuances of the law, counseling him on the intricacies of his conviction. Her insight sparks a flicker of hope, challenging Alex's perception of justice. The atmosphere in the cell hums with unspoken camaraderie as they discuss the gender dynamics within the prison, highlighting the unique struggles faced by female inmates like Tina. Through their conversations, Alex gains a deeper understanding of resilience and survival, uncovering the intricate web of humanity behind the bars. Chapter 5. Daily Life in the Yard. As the sun rises, casting a muted light over the concrete expanse, the yard comes alive with sounds, a chorus of laughter, the thud of a basketball, and the rhythmic clatter of shoes against the pavement. Alex steps outside, his heart racing with both anticipation and apprehension. He scans the yard, taking in groups of inmates engaged in spirited games and deep conversations, layered with the underlying tension of their surroundings. In this grim setting, friendships begin to bloom. Alex approaches a group playing basketball, joining in hesitantly, his skills clumsy at first. Yet the infectious energy spreads as he finds himself laughing, a surprising warmth breaking through his fear. Conversations flow easily, shared stories transform strangers into companions. Within this harsh reality, fleeting moments of joy emerge, revealing the resilience of the human spirit and the undeniable bonds that form even in captivity, marking a crucial step in Alex's journey toward acceptance. Chapter 6. As the weeks pass within the prison walls, Alex begins to experience an unexpected transformation, the formation of deep, unwavering friendships among the inmates. The soundscape of the common area fills with laughter and lively conversation, punctuated by the clatter of trays and the occasional whistle. In moments between meals, inmates come together, sharing stories of their lives, dreams, and the small victories that keep their spirits alive. Alex, previously isolated by his wrongful conviction, now feels a powerful sense of belonging. He bonds with Marcus, who shares his hopes for redemption, and Jack, whose wisdom guides them through dark times. Their shared rituals, a nightly card game, pushing each other to write more in their journals, forge connections that feel like family. In a place designed for punishment, they create a sanctuary of support, teaching Alex that brotherhood can flourish even in the bleakest of circumstances, providing strength and comfort amidst chaos. Chapter 7. Discovering Creativity. In the early flickers of dawn, the prison's atmosphere crackled with unspoken potential as Alex entered the creative writing workshop for the first time. The sound of pens scratching paper filled the room like whispers of freedom. Surrounded by his fellow inmates, he observed their hesitant yet eager expressions, mirroring his own trepidation. Guided by a passionate instructor, they began exploring the power of words. As Alex poured his thoughts onto the page, the clunking of keyboards and the rhythmic scratching of pens became a symphony, each stroke revealing raw emotions and hidden stories. Laughter erupted at shared anecdotes, and for the first time, the bleak walls felt less confining. In this sanctuary of creativity, Alex not only discovered a voice, but also unearthed a sense of belonging. The power of storytelling blossomed in that workshop, igniting a spark of hope for himself and his friends, proving that even behind bars, dreams could find a way to breathe. Chapter 8. The Flicker of Hope. As Alex sits on the worn-out cot in his dimly lit cell, he clutches a pencil tightly in his hand, the rough paper beneath it yearning for his words. Each letter he pens becomes a lifeline to his family, a thread connecting him to the world outside the imposing walls. The scratch of his pencil echoes against the silence of the cell, resonating with a blend of hope and despair. He recalls the laughter shared during family barbecues, the warmth of sun-soaked days at the beach, moments that seem impossibly distant now. His letters reflect a yearning for reconnection, filled with memories that flicker like candlelight in the darkness. In these moments of creation, Alex discovers a spark within himself, a budding belief that despite the bleakness surrounding him, hope can flourish. The sounds of his fellow inmates sharing snippets of their dreams envelop him, igniting a shared desire for a life beyond the prison walls. Chapter 9. Facing Inner Demons. In the dim light of their shared cell, Alex grapples with his haunting memories and the weight of his unjust conviction. The rhythmic scratch of his pen against paper marks his struggle to articulate fears and insecurities. He begins journaling, his inner monologue voicing thoughts that swirl like a tempest. "What if I never escape this place?" he writes, the cacophony of yells and slams outside fading into the background. Conversations with Marcus and Tina offer solace. They share their own regrets and dreams, shedding light on the complexities of their lives. Jack's wisdom echoes in Alex's mind. Facing your demons is the first step to freedom. The soundscape shifts, capturing the hushed ambiance of the cell as Alex reflects, longing for redemption, yet feeling the grip of despair tighten. In this confrontation between hope and fear, friendships deepen, and within the walls, a semblance of courage begins to bloom. Chapter 10. Connection Beyond Walls. As Alex sits on his bunk, he contemplates the fragile connections that tether him to the outside world. The metallic clang of the cell door echoes, but it's the sound of his mother's voice in a phone call that resonates the most. He closes his eyes, visualizing family gatherings and the laughter that felt like home. Inmates share letters from their loved ones, recounting stories of birthdays, milestones, and life moving on without them. The soundscape is filled with distant echoes of joy, accompanied by the quiet loneliness of confinement. Through muffled conversations, Alex hears whispers about societal perceptions of prisoners, painting them as irredeemable. Yet within these walls, he finds strength in shared humanity. As the yard bell rings, he pens a letter, pouring his heart into words, a lifeline of hope connecting him to the world outside. Each stroke of the pen is a reminder that love transcends even the thickest walls. Chapter 11. Crisis in the Bow. As tensions rise within the prison walls, an unexpected incident triggers a lockdown, sending a wave of chaos through the facility. The sounds of sirens pierce the air, mingling with shouts of guards and the frantic echo of footsteps racing through the corridors. In a matter of moments, the once vibrant chatter among inmates fades into an uneasy silence. Alex, heart-pounding, sits in his cell, sharing anxious glances with Marcus and Jack, each grappling with their own fears. In this harrowing moment, the bonds between them strengthen. Whispered conversations turn into stories of resilience, reminding them that even in darkness, they are not alone. The sounds of solidarity, a shared laugh, a hand clasped tightly in support, resonate deeply, underscoring the fragility of life behind bars. As the lockdown persists, they find solace in their camaraderie, a flicker of hope amid uncertainty, grounding them in the value of friendship when faced with adversity. Chapter 12. The Call for Justice. The atmosphere in the prison thickens with anticipation as news spreads of Alex's upcoming appeal date. Whispers ripple through the cell block, charged with a mix of hope and anxiety. In the dim light of their shared space, Alex's cellmates gather, their faces etched with concern, yet flickering with optimism. They engage in fervent discussions about the precariousness of justice, sharing their own encounters with the legal system. Stories of despair intertwined with glimmers of hope. As the days pass, Alex feels the weight of uncertainty pressing down on him. He shares the growing fear that the truth won't be enough to free him from these walls. The soundscape captures the rhythmic pounding of his heart, accompanied by the muffled echo of distant conversations, a chorus of shared anxieties bonding the inmates together. Each moment in this emotional limbo propels them closer to the pivotal moment that could change everything, the chance for justice that hangs tantalizingly before them. Chapter 13. Preparation for the Outside. As the days leading up to the appeal unfold, a palpable tension fills the air within the prison walls. Alex and his cellmates huddle in their cramped space, exchanging hushed conversations about what freedom might feel like. Each inmate shares introspective stories. Marcus reflects on his dreams of a family reunion. Tina speaks of starting anew in her legal career, and Jack contemplates the simple joy of watching a sunset again. The sounds of preparation resonate deeply, pens scratching on paper as they write letters, quiet sobs mixed with laughter as they tell stories to lift one another's spirits. Emotions run high as bonds strengthen, fueled by the collective uncertainty of what lies ahead. The distant echoes of prison life contrast sharply with their dreams, illuminating the harsh reality they face. Hope intertwines with fear, creating a bittersweet reflection on the meaning of freedom. This moment becomes a testament to the resilience found in shared humanity amidst confinement.